Do we as humans have a duty to protect the environment at the expense of human needs? I'm here at over 3,000 feet up in the high Sierra Supeticus mountains, and it's sublimely beautiful. And the valley that you see before you stretching down towards Cordoba, and there's a lovely bird song and there's trees everywhere. But that's a slightly deceptive story, because I'm here in early May and I'm in the middle of a heat wave in Andalusia. What you see before you now is the Cordillera National Park, which is one of the most famous and beautiful bird reserves in Spain. But the land that you're looking at is completely dry and should be covered with water. Now that obviously is down to climate change and it's down to drought. But that's not really the issue. The issue is that Andalusia is the fruit basket of Spain. And not only is it a place of great beauty and great natural wonder, but it's also a place where much of the fruit farming and other types of crops depend on water and the natural resources that can be offered here. And so here's the crux of this presentation. Do we have a duty more to protect nature in all its wonder, or do we have a duty to protect human needs, to provide them with food, to provide them with what we take for granted, that when we go to the supermarket and when we buy things, we expect to be able to just get what we want. And indeed, there's a great fuss in the press if we can't do that. Oh, it's a very difficult one, because clearly there's a clash between the stewardship we have for our planet and the stewardship we have for our fellow humans. The book of Genesis talks about putting humans in charge. I am putting you in charge, it says. And the troublesome word is dominion, because being in charge, having dominion, suggests a level of control. And this is a cultivated landscape. Olive trees dot the horizon. Towns down there where people live and where they are expecting to be provided for. And so to be up here in the beauty of nature, high in the hills, with a beautiful breeze, the sun coming down, this is something which then is a conflict. And Christians have been notoriously bad at getting that balance right, because they've tended to always put the needs of humans first. And if we're honest, so do we as rich Westerners. We put our needs for food first. And the result is that Britain has become ecologically very poor. Our biodiversity is poor. Here in Spain, the biodiversity is great. But there's also a clash of needs. There's also people who will not even think about it, but take water for their fruit crops to the detriment of the natural life that's around them. And so the amazing bird life that you get here is under threat. So we've two issues. One is the bigger one of global warming and the fact that there is a drought here, and that drought has caused enormous problems already. But secondly, and this is related to and significant to it, the very fact that we as humans are exploiting the planet for our ends, not those of nature. Would we sacrifice what we want so that nature can thrive? Buddhism perhaps has it easier, where it talks about interdependence of karma, where it talks about padikasamuppada and dependent arising. But even in Buddhist countries, there is a clash between the need that humans have and the needs that nature has. And we know that if humans died out tomorrow, the planet would be in a fine state. It's us that are the problem. And perhaps it can also be us that's the solution, but that takes an enormous change in attitude. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like the video. Hope you love this lovely view of the Subericas Hills here in Spain. Subscribe to the channel. Take care.